Hello English students, welcome back to Explicit English. In this short video, I'm going to explain the difference between the active and passive voice. So let's get started. So let's look at the active sentence first. An active sentence is a sentence in which the subject, whether it be a person or a thing, performs the action of the verb. It's who the sentence is about, right? Or what the sentence is about. The subject can also be called a doer, the one who does something in the sentence, or an agent. For example, we have a sentence here, I wrote an essay. Clearly, I is a subject, wrote is a verb, and what did I write? If I can answer the question that starts with what, I get a direct object, in this case, an essay. An essay becomes my direct object of the verb wrote. Okay, so this is a typical subject-verb-object order of words in the English language. And wrote, in this case, takes a direct object. Let's look at the passive sentence on the other hand. What is the passive sentence? A passive sentence is a sentence in which the object from the active sentence becomes a subject or a doer in this new passive voice. So the subject is the receiver, the person or the thing that is affected by the action of the verb. Passive sentence is a sentence in which the action is done to someone or something. So here we have a conversion from our active sentence. An essay was written by me. So this essay that was direct object in our active sentence become a subject in the passive voice. Was written, this is our verb. An essay was written. And to recap, to conclude, we say that these two sentences have similar meaning, but the focus of the sentence is different. In an active sentence, the focus is on the subject, while in a passive sentence, the focus is on the receiver of the action, in this case, an essay. Now, let's talk about one more important thing, and that's transitivity. Transitivity is a grammatical relationship created by a transitive verb. In English, we have something that we call transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs are those verbs that require or demand a direct object that has to follow them. Okay, so this direct object from this active sentence becomes a new subject in the passive voice. For example, if I say, please bring coffee, I need to have a direct object after the verb bring. Otherwise, the meaning of the sentence will not be complete. I can't just say, please bring, right? My listener is going to say, bring what? Coffee, tea, book, a chair, right? Also, if I decide to use another sentence like I bought a book, the verb buy requires a direct object in this case. And I had to say to my listener what I bought. I bought a book, or I bought a car, or I bought a house, right? So the linguistic dictionary meaning of these verbs require that they have to be followed by an object in order for a sentence to be complete. On the other hand, intransitive verbs, they don't require an object, and therefore we can't make a passive voice with them. So if I just say run, there is nothing that we need to use after run for a listener to understand what I'm trying to say. Or if you say the dog jumped, the verb jumped carries this full meaning in which we don't have to explain anything else. So that's why these verbs are called intransitive, right? They can just give the complete meaning without having an object that follows them. Okay, so now you may ask yourself, how would I decide if the verb is transitive or intransitive? Well, you would have to determine if the verb has a direct object that can receive that action of the main verb that you're trying to use. For example, if I say I kicked a ball, I am the doer, I'm the subject, kicked is my main verb. What did I kick? A ball. So I can now convert this ball into passive voice by saying a ball or the ball was kicked, right? For example, some verbs can be both transitive and intransitive depending on how they're used and depending on the context in which they're being used. So for example, if you say pressured by others, she sang. Well, verb singing, it's sufficient enough for us to understand what is intended, what kind of meaning is intended, right? So therefore, there's no passive voice if there's no subject coming after the verb sing, or in this case, sang. However, if I decide to say pressured by others, she sang a national anthem at the football game, now I know what she sang, and I can now convert this direct object national anthem was sung at the football game, and in this case I can make my passive voice work for me. So you will have to look at your context and what is the message that you're trying to convey to see whether or not the verb can be used as a transitive or intransitive. Also, some verbs such as run can go both ways, just like I gave you an example in singing. I'm running a business. This is different than saying, I ran yesterday for 30 minutes. So I'm running a business. I'm running means I'm managing something, right? And then I can convert this to a passive voice by saying a business is run by me, right? So again, you will have to think of the message you're trying to convey to your reader or to your listener. As always, if you guys liked this video and you found it useful, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share this link with some of your friends that you think may benefit, and don't forget to like and let me know what you think in comments. Also, check out our other videos about the passive voice. Until the next time, stay safe and bye!